Hello, and you're listening to Red Raider Ramble, North Rockland's first ever podcast. Today is our first ever episode. Here we will discuss everything about North Rockland High School. I'm your host, Gavin Willis Perez, and my co-host is the entire journalism class of North Rockland High School. On this show, we will talk about anything and almost everything about North Rockland High School. Our first four topics are the Writer Spotlight, a discussion about school lunch, the recap of last month's sports, and a final class debate. Each episode will have 5 or 4 topics, each one something about different within North Rockland, and that's all for our introduction today. And each episode will have 5 or 4 topics, each one something different about North Rockland or within North Rockland. The last topic will be just a friendly debate between everyone at the recording. That's all for introduction, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show. And now we're sending it over to Aaron and Amaya with the discussion about school lunch. Red Raider Ramble.
Hey, it's Erin.
And Amaya.
And today we're talking about student opinions on the school lunch. In a student survey, NR students share their opinion about the school lunch. When asked what their favorite meal is, mozzarella sticks seemed to be the most popular. Even our own Amaya Abrahams, 26, said it was her favorite as well. Other favorites were grilled cheese, quesadillas, French toast and eggs, sesame and teriyaki chicken, and popcorn chicken. For least favorite meal, students said walking tacos, chicken and meatball sandwiches, pasta, mozzarella sticks, and even one student said literally anything else.
7 out of 9 students of the survey said that the salads are the most nutritious meal off of the menu, which is pretty obvious. 5 out of 9 students said that pizza was the least nutritious. 1 student said onion rings, another said French toast sticks, another said meatball, which most likely means meatball wrap, unless they're just selling plain meatballs, and once again, someone said literally anything else. 6 out of 10 students said they were getting tired of the food, 3 out of 10 said no, and 1 student answered sometimes. Some options the students would like to see added on the menu are empanadas, pasta, waffles and chicken, stuffed cheese breadsticks, chicken sandwich, and curly fries. And lastly, anything healthier than 90% carbs.
We viewed school lunches from different countries, and we think they are much more elevated than the general food in American schools. Personally, I would want to try the food from Brazil, which contained pork with mixed veggies, black beans and rice, salad, bread, and baked plantain. I'm actually not a huge fan of pork, but with the sides, it looks really nutritious, and the variety is also great.
I myself would like to try the school food from Spain. It contains sautéed shrimp over brown rice and vegetables, gazpacho, fresh peppers, bread, and an orange. Personally, I've never tried gazpacho, but it looks really appetizing and I would love to try it one day. Overall, I think school lunch in America is very important to American school culture because everyone bonds during our lunch breaks, and whether or not we enjoy the food, it's extremely important to us. It would be very great to try some different foods every now and then, and while our food isn't gourmet, it's still great for us.
I'm Josiane Lewison, and today we'll be talking about the North Rockland High School's Writers Club and some poems that they've worked on currently and in the past. These poems will have a little more insight on the club.
I'm Isabella, and that's right. We're shining a special spotlight on North Rockland High School's Writer Club, a group of passionate students who craft poetry, short stories, and more. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
The first poem is called Bug Bites by Rihanna Lucas. You smile and giggle, your friendly face for people to rely on. You're polite to strangers, a sweet girl is all they see. Sweet blood they smell. They run to your friends and use you for everything. They keep you in their hold 'cause they know you won't leave. They suck you dry of sweet blood till you have nothing. But your body's covered in bug bites, leaving you with nothing as you slowly rot from the inside to try to scratch the bites away. But you'll never get the blood back. Your skin is scarred, memories that will never leave, and no matter what, the bugs will come back to bite the sweetness away.
The second poem is named My Glasses by Camilla Marichal. I dismiss the present with my foggy glasses. I squint and wipe and rub my still blurry canvas. I acknowledge all displays with my rose-tinted glasses. I don't take them off to see and examine what passes. I walk home with my glasses. I let them guide me to the door. I never stop to think, what if I leave my self-worth on the floor? I don't like to take them off and pause to pick up what is mine. I keep them close to wear whenever my display doesn't shine. And that wraps up our look at the Writers Club here at North Rockland High School. If you're feeling inspired, feel free to stop by their next meeting. Thanks for tuning in.
Red Raider Ramble.
Hey guys, it's It's Layla.
And Anauri here.
Today we are delivering the winter sports recap of the 2025 season. Kicking things off with girls basketball.
Their season was about resilience. After two of their most valuable players graduated in the class of 2024, that team was very young compared to the competitors. The girls' season has started off with a great win against John Jay. However, as the season progressed, the team experienced rough challenges and multiple losses. The confidence of the team had been diminished, and once again the team was doubted. Despite these setbacks, the coaches and teammates continue to push their players to the best of their abilities.
The girls had a win against Clarkstown North, earning them a spot in the playoffs. As the 13th seed facing the 3rd seed, expectations were low, especially after losing to Ossining by almost 30 points earlier in the season. The team remained focused, practiced hard, and played their hearts out, resulting in a win in overtime. This win was huge, marking the first time in over 20 years that the team beat Ossining in the playoffs. Although the team unfortunately did lose to Suffern in the second round of playoffs, they are proud of the season the team has had. Over to the lanes, boys bowling had 15 matches this season with a team average of 196. Nick Thiel had a perfect game with a score of 300, 12 perfect strikes. Logan Collier, 290, 9 spare, then 11 more strikes. Boys won the county championship. Girls bowling, also county champions, had a perfect season, winning sections and states. 3 members joined the all-section composite team, Logan Collier, Nick Thiel, and Jaden Brown.
The boys' varsity swimming team and diving team absolutely dominated this winter season. They completely shattered everyone's expectations, receiving an impressive amount of points and achieving high placement in individual events. This success is all thanks to the relentless hard work and dedication of the swimmers and divers, along with the incredible support from their coaches throughout the season. 4 seniors, Zachary Rodriguez, Michael Leach, Aiden Tats, and Jonathan Blazer, received section qualifying times. The team's consistent dedication and improved qualifying times over the past 4 years culminated in a strong finish. As they concluded the season as Section 1 finals, the team and coaches were incredibly proud of one another.
North Rockland varsity hockey battled through a challenging start to the season, but finished strong, winning 5 of their final 7 games, showing growth and determination. Leading the charge was Luke Hillard, who topped the team with 30 points, 11 goals, and 19 assists, providing consistent offense and leadership. Wrestling had a great year, making it to the Final Four in section duels. They capped off the season with the section tournament win. The team had 4 county champions, Liam Lynn, Dylan Shelton, Wesley Guzman, and Amari Payton, who was a 4-time county champion and now a section champion. 3 of the wrestlers advanced to states, Dylan Shelton, Amari Payton, and Liam Lynn. Dylan Shelton placed 2nd and Amari Payton placed 7th.
Boys and girls track and field went undefeated in the league, county, and section. This is the 3rd year in a row where the underrated teams have won the Triple Crown, bringing home 9 titles. Desiree Hernandez and Jaquan Johnson currently hold a record in the 55-meter dash.
Red Raider Ramble.
Hi, this is Nick.
And Mia.
And this is the debate section. We built this section to be student-based. We sent out a Google survey to students to see what topics they wanted to see debated, and maybe we'll feature them on the podcast. Today's topic will be what color goes with what subject. In my opinion, I think green goes with science because green symbolizes chemicals. I think blue goes with math because my teacher writes math problems on the board with a blue Sharpie all the time. I think English is red because of kind of play curtains and stages, and also Shakespeare. When I think of Shakespeare, I think of red. And finally, history being yellow because it kind of just makes sense in my mind.
Well, for me, English is purple. That's just the folder I had growing up. Social studies is orange. Same situation. Science is green. It reminds me of like different chemicals and things like that. And then math is blue. So that's always the color that I had in class. So
I think Mia is almost completely wrong. The only thing she got right is that science is green, but I think math is blue. I think social studies is red because of like all the wars and, blood. And then I think English is yellow for like the books and stuff like that.
I feel like English is blue because it's cold. Nobody like it. That's my stand on it. I think history is red because as Layla said, all the wars and all of that. I think science is green. It's like common sense, like the trees, all of that is green. Come on, common sense. I think math is yellow because I don't know, just math.
I think math is blue, science is green, English is yellow, and history is red.
I think science is green, math is red, English is blue, and social studies is yellow.
I think math is red because it makes people angry. Science is green because of the chemicals in plants. Social studies is blue because of the oceans and like geography and like, crossing oceans. And English is yellow because when books turn old, the page is yellow.
I think math is red because it makes me mad and I'm not really good at it. I think English is purple because it's my second favorite subject and purple is my second favorite color. I think science is green because of nature and the environment. And I think social studies is blue because of the oceans and geography surrounding it.
I think math is blue because it's more analytical than the other subjects. Science is yellow because it reminds me of the periodic table and how it mostly comes in yellow. English is red because it reminds me of how violent and gruesome some old literature stories are. And then history is green because it reminds me more of the geography and like land and stuff.
All right, let us know what topics you want to see in the next episode.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and look forward to the future episodes. Thank you for listening to the Red Raider Ramble podcast.